My name is Shivansh. I'm from Himachal Pradesh, a first year BTech student. I'm pursuing my degree in artificial intelligence and data science. So I've decided to create this channel and I want to share my data science journey with you all guys. Whatever I'm going to learn throughout my journey of data science, I'll be uploading here and teaching you all guys with myself. So you guys might be wondering why a first year old student wants to teach those, maybe you guys know better than me, why first year student wants to teach you guys. This is just because I want to improve my mentoring skills and presentation skills. That's the main reason. So let's just not waste our much of time on introductions and simply begin with our lecture, that is Python. So this whole playlist will be of Python. So I'll be starting Python from today onwards. So what is Python and why should we choose Python? So Python is a high level language. You guys might be wondering what is a high level language and what is a low level language. So high level languages are those languages which a human can understand easily. uh, for example, C++, Java, Python, etc. And low level languages are those languages which a compiler or interpreter, or you can say computer, can understand easily. That is zeros and ones. It is a case sensitive language. So what does case sensitive means? Case sensitive means here I've created two variables named as a is equal to 10 and a is equal to 30. So a's are variable, capital A's are variable, and small a's are variable, even though both are a's. But what's the difference? The key difference is that one is written in smaller letters and other one is in capital letters. That's what case sensitive means. Both variables are different and pointing to a different memory location. So next is, it is a portable language. So what does portable means? Portable means the same code I have written on my Windows can work exactly on Mac OS with minimal to no changes. Like Mac OS, it's not just about Mac OS. It can run on any other operating system like Linux or Ubuntu, etc. But it is a free and open source language. So what does free and open source means? Anyone can download it for free from their browsers, preferred browsers. They can download it, and it also the main point is that it also has a very vast community. Python has a very vast community. Who developed Python? It was developed by a Dutch programmer named Guido van Rossum in 1989. I guess he currently works in Microsoft. Let's just begin with our first topic of Python, that is variables. A variable is a memory location where we can store some data. It is like a container for values, strings, floats, integer, boolean. Do not worry about what is a string, float, integer, or boolean. I'll explain it to you guys in upcoming slides. Let's just take a look at what is variable. So here I have created a variable named name1. So here name1 is our variable in which a string named Shivansh is stored. Name1 variable is pointing to a memory location where Shivansh is stored, and the second variable is our age, in which 18 is stored. 18 is actually my age, so I have stored it in age variable. Next topic is our rules for writing a variable in Python. So first rule is that no need to declare type. Those who have already worked with C++, Java, or any other languages, they might have seen that to store a specific type of data in a variable, you have to mention that type. So in C, it goes like this. Int, wait a second. Int of x is equal to 10. If I do not mention int, it will throw an error. But in C language, I'm talking about C. But in Python, you do not need to mention the type. You can directly assign values to it. Python will understand by its own. So 10 is our integer, and here I have stored Shivansh in name variable. Next point is must be assigned before using. I have tried to do a print operation on our x variable. I have stored a value 5 in Rx. If I do not store a value in x variable, it will simply throw an error. But I have assigned here 5. That's how, so the output becomes 5. That's why we have to assign it before doing any operation on variable. Next point is our variable must follow identifiers rules, because variable name itself is an identifier. You guys might be wondering what is an identifier. You guys don't have to worry. I'll be explaining it to you in further slides. But for now, just remember this line that variables must follow identifiers rules. Next point is that variables are case sensitive. I have already dictated it. Small a and capital A both are pointing to a different memory location and both are different. Next is it can store different data types. Like I have created a variable named x, which stores an integer value that is 10 and a string value that is Shivansh in y. That means it can store any kind of data in it. Next topic is our identifiers. So what are identifiers? Identifiers are the name given to a variable, classes, function, methods, objects, and modules. So you guys don't have to worry about what is class, what is a function, method, object. We will discuss in later topics. For now, just focus on variables. So age is our variable, and I have stored 25, which is the integer value. Age is pointing to a memory location where 25 is stored. This is an example of variable. Next is our def greet. Def is a keyword used to create functions. And here I have declared a class named person. Class is a concept of oops. We'll discuss it later also as well. Next is rules for identifier. The first rule is an identifier must start with a letter, capital A to Z or small a to Z, or an underscore. An identifier must always start with a character or underscore. So what does it mean? Identifier can start with capital letters, it can also start with small letters, and an identifier must start with a letter or underscore. Next point is that an identifier can contain numbers but cannot start with a number. Here's look at this example. Age 1. I've created this example, a variable, sorry. I've created this variable age 1. This is a correct method, but I cannot create a variable like this one age. This one is the wrong method. Next point is that a keyword cannot be used as a variable because keywords already have special meaning to the compiler. So there are here are some examples of keywords, that is class, if, else, elif, while, etc. Because these keywords have a specific meaning to the compiler. So if I try to assign 2 in class and try to print it, it will throw an error. It is a wrong method. And next is if is equal to hello. I have tried to store a string named hello in if. So it is also a wrong method because if is a conditional statement. Next is our identifiers are case sensitive. So what does case sensitive means? I've already dictated it twice before. So case sensitive means small letters, small. Look at this example. I have created name variable using small alphabets, and here I have created capital. I have created name using capital character, or you can say alphabet. Both are different. Next point is that no special symbols are allowed other than underscores. Here it is. Except underscore, we cannot use any other special symbol. Like for example, this is the wrong way of creating a variable. I cannot name a variable using any other special symbols like at the rate name. It is incorrect. Even though if I try to use it in between of a variable, I cannot do so. That's what it means. Next is our identifiers cannot contain space. Like look here. This is a this will throw an error if I try to print this variable 1 equals to, like, wait a second, I guess there might be some errors like this. Here you can see that there is a space between variable where var and 1. var is simply for variable. We cannot add spaces between them. Instead, we can use a underscore or simply write it together. That's what spaces mean. Next is our data types. So what are data types? Data types defines the type of data a variable can hold and what operations can be performed on it. Right. So let's just look at an example. So here I have stored 18, which is the integer value in our variable age. So age is pointing to a memory location where 18 is stored. So here 18 is our data type. 18 is our numeric data type. To be specific, it is our numeric integer data type. So here are some data types. First is our numeric data types, which contains int, float, complex. Second is our text type, which contains string. String means character or length of character. Uh, Third is our Boolean type. Boolean type contains bool. Bool means true or false. Next is our binary type, bytes, byte array. You guys don't have to worry about this one because it is mostly used in DSA. We are not going to study DSA right now. So you can just skip this one. And none data type is used when you do not want to assign any value to a variable. Next is our sequence data type. Sequence data type contains list and tuples. Lists are mutable, means it can be changed. Tuples are immutable, means it cannot be changed. So we'll discuss these topics in our specific lectures. And after that, we have mapping data type. In mapping data type, we use dictionaries. Dictionaries nothing but key value pairs. After that, we have set. Set is a unordered data type. We will discuss it as well in dedicated lectures. Next is our keywords. I'll explain let me just explain all of these to you in VS Code. Let me just open my VS Code. Let's just create a new file, Python file, and here we go. So first we'll discuss about integers. So what are integers? We all know numbers from negative infinity to positive infinity are integers. So here we need to print it. Wait a second, let's just save it. Yeah, so yeah, it printed 10 because 10 is our integer value. Integer starts from negative infinity to positive infinity. After that we have float. A b equals 2.01. That we are going to print this one as well. So what are floating numbers? Floating numbers means number which have decimal values. Decimal numbers containing decimal values are known as floating point variable or floating point numbers. You can simply say, if we try to print it, it will also print. Wait a second, I have like this. It look at this. It printed 2.01. I guess this topic is cleared as well. Float is cleared. Now let's continue with complex. So we guys have studied complex numbers in our 11th class, I guess. We all must be familiar with this. 2 plus 3j. So here, let me just print this one as well first. Then I'll explain what happens. Here it is, 2 plus 3j. Here, 2 is our real number and 3j is our imaginary number. What if we only want to print our real number? So we do it like this, c dot real, and it will print real number. But real number will be printed in our floating value. Here it is. But if we want to print our imaginary number, then we simply can do it like this, comma c dot imag, and it will be printed as well. So here it is, 2.0, 3.0. 3.0 is basically for 3J. Next is our Boolean, means bool data type. Bool is basically true or false. There are two conditions, true or false. There might be a condition is true. It can be true or it can be false. So let's just try printing with an example. So true or false. Or is basically a operator we will discuss in dedicated lectures. But for right now, just think about a we all guys must be familiar with or in English. So it does the same work. Or means yeah. So one condition needs to be true. If one condition is true, the whole output will be true. If both conditions are false, the whole output will be false. So yeah, it does like that. So here one condition was true, so it printed true. What if I write false here as well? Now it will print false simply. This is what Boolean data type means. Next is our text type. It contains string. So A equals, let me just write a string. B equals double quotation. C equals triple quotes. Hello, my name is Shivansh Sharma and I am 18 years old. So you guys might be wondering why I've written strings using single quotation, double quotation, and triple quotation. Strings are basically written using quotation marks. So you can write it using single quotation as well as double, as well as in triple quotation. So you guys might be wondering as well, okay, what's the difference between single, double, and triple quotation? So single quotation and double quotation does the same work, but triple quotation uh, is a little different. In single quotation and double quotation, we need escape sequence character to move cursor to new line. Like I have written something like here, and but in triple quotation, compiler detects by itself that user wants to move cursor to next line like this. Here we can see. Hey, wait a second, let me just print it. Print A as well as print B. Here you can see I've tried to print this one. Here I've printed Shivansh, DIU, DID, whatever it is. It This one printed in next line because I used here escape sequence character for next line. And after that we have C. And now this string is printed. C string is printed here. We can see, hello, my name is Shivansh Sharma and I am 18 years old. And after that, blah 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 blah. Without even using escape sequence character. Let's just see what if we do not use escape sequence character. It will print in the same line. You can see here. That's it for data types. Let's move on to, here is our Google Slides. I'll discuss about list, tuple, dictionary, and set in other lectures. Let me just show you an example of none data type. Wait a second. A none data type. None. A equals none. Always remember the first letter or alphabet of none, true, false will be capital. Print A. So none data type is used when we do not want to store any kind of value in our variable A. You can see that none is printed here. You might guys might think that it is a string. It printed a length of English characters. So it might be a string. No, none is a special keyword used when you do not want to store any kind of value in a variable. So you guys might wonder, what if we do it like this? So it will simply throw an error that it is an invalid syntax. We cannot assign no value to a variable like this. We have to write none if we do not want to assign a value to it. So yeah, here it printed none. Next is our keywords. So what are keywords? Keywords are reserved words that have a specific or special meaning to the compiler. There are 35 keywords in Python. Here are some of them. Not some of them. Here are all of them. False, true, none, and, as, and etc. Basically, keywords are those words like I have used false. So I cannot use false or true as a variable. Like, let me just show you with an example. I cannot use true equals 2 and print 2. I cannot do it like this. It throw the compiler throw an syntax error here. So yeah, we cannot do it like this. Next is our comments. Last topic for today. Comments are the lines in a program that are ignored or not executed by the compiler. They are written to explain code, improve readability, and to understand the code. So there are further two types. First is our single line comments used with hash. Here you can see I have used a variable and assigned 20 to it. And I have written something here like hash 20 is assigned to variable A. So if I try to print, if I try to print A, it will simply print 20 in output. It will not consider this lines as a part of program. That's what comments means. I'll show you example. Let's just dictate it first. So second is our multi-line comments. So what are multi-line comments? Multi-line comments are, there are further two types of multi-line comments. Single quotes with double quotes. Both does the same work, but we can use single quotes as well as double quotes. That's why I've dedicated 2 points for it. So if you guys can understand single quotes, you guys will easily understand double quotes. There is no rocket science here. So if you want to comment a line, uh, comment multiple lines, like here I've written this is a comment. We use comments to explain a code, improve readability, and to understand the code. It will automatically comment multiple lines, but hash cannot do the same. But if I write something here, it will be considered as an input and it will throw an error that it is not, there is no value assigned to it or anything like that. There might be syntax errors. So yeah, that's the difference between both of these. Let me just show you with an example. Comments. So first is a equals 5. Wait a second. You can see the first is cleared by this one. Like I have used hash and printed typed comments. It will not be considered as an input. Yeah. But if I want to move cursor to next line and do the same, no, it will throw an error. Like, look, here's the red line under this one. So for multi-line comments, we have to use double quotes as well as we can use single quotes. The double quotes, hello, my name is Shivansh, and blah 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 blah, and double quotes. This line will also not be included in our input. If we try to print, it will not throw an error. So yeah, that's what comments means. That's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed learning with me. Even though I'm not a professional teacher, but I'm trying my best to improve my mentoring and presentation skills. I hope you guys like